I told my allies to come flooding into the Caucasus region because 5 minutes in, my wife's already texting me. I told my my allies to go flooding into the south. The supply lines are pretty open down there, so I don't think they're going to overload the situation. If they do, we can tell them to bugger off. Rebels still in the marsh? Yeah. Well, we knocked them out, but I don't actually know if we can get to these. Oh, no, I can't. It looks like I can't get to those provinces. So why don't we go ahead and... No, you stay there. Those ones I can't actually get to, so these provinces I don't think will ever change. I think they're going to be permanently stuck like that because they're... I would have to build roads to send people in there. But anyhow, that's the situation in the south. In the center here, we did manage to cut off a healthy amount of Soviet troops into a pocket south of Oka. The original plan was to cut off Soviet troops north of Oka and get the city into it. But, you know, c'est la vie. We did manage to drive them out of Bryansk, which means there's no actual city for them to fall back to. We're going to starve these guys out, cut them off, take them out. Alrighty. We've pushed several provinces closer to Moscow. One of the big issues we have is I don't know what the name of this big wooded area right here is, to the north of Smolensk, but we managed to launch several powerful but costly attacks into these woods, and the issue is that we were sitting on the plain south of the woods, and the Soviets were sitting in the woods, so they could attack me, but it was very difficult for me to attack them. But we did manage to route them from their positions and drive them back a little bit. So a lot of these Soviet divisions right in here are on heavy casualties. Some of my units are a little beat, but overall not too bad. We also created a small pocket up here. I'm not sure how many troops are in there, but they're in marshlands on forts, so I don't really want to attack them. Looks like they drove 2 core stack into that Oka pocket. How dafty of them. Yeah, there's, well, they got a lot of troops out of this pocket. They did manage to get a lot of troops out of it, but I managed to cut off the majority of them. If I see Bane, point him out, sure thing. I've been trying to do that. If I've seen, if I'm going through the motions and I see units named after people, sorry, let me get my fan, I'll try to point them out so people know where they're going. I've driven across, I don't even know what river this is, the Sphere. I've driven along the Sphere River just a little bit. My plan is hopefully to try to help the Finns out a little. I help them out, they'll help me out. John Cena mug. No, it's just, it's my mug from the Philadelphia Zoo. Or not Philadelphia, San Diego Zoo. But it's green. If I get it closer, nah. Yeah, you can actually kind of see the logo there. If I get it right up close to the camera. But it's green on green, so it chroma keys out. Production. Let's make sure this is handled. Alright, good. Officer ratio is a little on the south side of 100, so we are cranking most of our leadership into officers at the moment. And I think that's about it. Before we get started, let's see. It is end of July, so we got possibly like 2 to 3 more months of campaigning before winter really sets in. So ideally, I don't know. Ideally, I'd like to take this pocket out and that pocket out before we, before the winter sets in. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be a toughie. This attack right here, I drove forward to force the Soviets to retreat. There's an invasion on France. Yeah, I know. We just haven't gotten there yet. This attack right here, I drove north at some pretty high expense just to drive the Soviets out. And you can see that they are retreating from a lot of these positions, which means that I don't have to make costly crossings of the Volga. I can just move around it while they pop out. And yes, we know there's this thing going down in France. A bunch of people dropped a bunch of units down here. I've got troops coming in, but for now we're just going to have to wait for troops to arrive before we can really do anything. And that's about it. I mean, they stationed some subs there, so I don't know. We could try to bomb those subs. Port strike. Let's do that right off the bat. See what happens. Got some little battles there already. See if we can damage those subs. Bombing. Black Hammer, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate that. Strength is what matters with ships. Didn't even hit it. Nope, they got driven back. Okay, so cancel that attack. If we got any fighters nearby, now would be the time. Oh, are none of them? Aren't some of these guys set to be... I was gonna say, these British bombers out. Go fucking get them. Who do we got over here? Oh, interesting. I didn't realize I actually had access to some planes here. Those are Italian, it looks like. Yeah, why don't we,
Do it.
We got a...
We shall never surrender.
We don't have any decent-sized air bases near... Well, right there. Rebase. 000 games. Thanks for the doodle. Thanks for the follow there. Add war goal time? I don't know, but we could check. Doesn't look like it. Nope, not add war... Well, I guess I can... Well, some of these... No, yeah, some of these guys are, I'm out of war goals on. But we're sending troops down here. It's going to be hard for them to really do much, so I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Yeah, strategic bombing. I forgot about those guys. I thought I had these planes set to go. I knew I put some on reserve. Where are the other ones? Here they are. They going to actually attack them? Returning. Schweinfurt. I believe that's a ball bearings plant. Yeah, there we go. Air intercept. Yep, go get them. All right, well, let's go back to the Soviet front here. So this was a big one already. Probably an attack right there. Yep, 2,500 deaths on the German side, 12,000 on the Russian side. But the problem is that they are driving a mechanized division back from that area. I think the best thing to do would be to try to hold both provinces, because that would deny a forward air base to the Soviets. There's a couple remnants in Berlin I could help send down there. There are some over here, yes. Is there anybody actually in Berlin? No, not really. Well, General Goering's Flocken Regiment. Send them down. And aren't these some... So that's heavy armor, truck transport, armored car, and... Oh, shit, what was that? Wow, a lot of people have died in that province. I didn't realize, I forgot that it was going so poorly there. But this province has been the scene of probably like 200,000 deaths. Something weird happened in my Hoi 3 Black Ice game. The Soviets abandoned their defensive positions to the point where it took Kursk in 4 months. Depends on the situation, really. The SS Army your Tigers are in are not joined to the OOB. The whole army isn't joined into the OOB? Looks like it's joined in to an OOB, just the wrong OOB. Here's Group B, there we go. Alright, that's better. That's a little better there. Alright. So the Soviets are attacking here pretty tough. Looks like we got tanks on tanks here. I've got twice the defense that they have on the attack, so I should be able to take them out. We're both a little low on the org. The org, though. There's been a lot of retreating down here, but what's been happening is I just cracked this area wide open. And what ended up happening was the Soviets shifted a lot of troops from the north and the center to the south to prevent a breakthrough, which... Did they just turn around? They all turned around. I see a lot of units going the wrong direction. But, if we can't hold a lot of these positions, then we just have to fall back from them. It's a shame to be in that scenario, but we are where we are. Like these Jaeger divisions, they can't hold their positions. These guys, if it comes down to what I can do is I can retreat a couple guys down to like over here, then can get supplies across there, and then other guys to the Don River. And it might cause an issue, but do you have units in the puppet Baltic states? Nilinar, thanks for the follow. I got a military police there. Probably move him, honestly. It's not doing any good there. Let's take a look at the infrastructure map mode or supply map mode. I don't know, looks okay. This is what you want to see on the supply map mode. Green as far as the eye could see. Green, green, green. That means supplies are getting to the front. Huh. Maybe down this way? Here. There we go. A couple troops heading down that way. Okay. I do have to worry about some of these attacks. I know that... Okay, these guys should be okay.
We shall never surrender.
We've got a full Panzer division. Mr. Epic 42, thanks for the follow. I just want to go slowly, make sure that we're not launching suicidal attacks, which, I mean, some of these don't look healthy. Let's go ahead and cancel that one. Yeah. No, I wouldn't call that a major defeat. 40 like 200 to 4,500 or 5,500. It's not the end of the world. We've been driving north along the Don River and then just settling on good defensive positions. Totem Wolf, good afternoon. Happy holidays, Ben in chat. Happy holidays to you and everybody in chat, too. Let's see. These guys are beat, but they can... Oh, you lost your... Oh, they're coming back in. Let's send these troops over this way, because we might need some help defending here. The Soviets are attacking pretty hard. And there is an opening right here, but it's really not that big of a deal because... What the fuck are they gonna... Where are they gonna run? Any attacks are just going to wear them down. And cause them to lose lots and lots of men. They're still trying to break through here. But they're attacking with captured German guns. Because my mug is indeed green. What's the best Paradox game? I would go out on a limb and say probably EU4 is all around the finest Paradox game. Crusader Kings 2, I personally really love, but it's the style of gameplay is not for everybody. A lot of people don't like the fact that it's heavily reliant on the knowledge that you're not a nation, you're a dynasty, and some people can't wrap their head around that. That's a division right there, isn't it? Let's see, you have tank destroyers, artillery, armor. Is there a way to see what their... God damn it, they're, combined arms, but it doesn't tell me what it's from, so... Armor, artillery, tank destroyer... Alright, so what we're gonna do is move this guy. I'm gonna take a lot of stuff out of here, put them together in there. Alright, you... Yeah, we're gonna build some things. We're gonna build some things here, if we can. I'm gonna start merging something because I got all this captured equipment here. I should use it. Well, at least we have troops here now, and they're not trying to move out yet, which is good. We have lost the a province to the Soviet Union. What's good though is I've got the fact that I've managed to get a lot of 88s out means that I'm much stronger in a defensive position than I have been in the 1,000 to 35,000. Where's your daddy? He's coming in. He's coming in. Units are down to 1/3 on med and half on org. Yeah, well, yeah. Like the push in terms of the push on Moscow. The Moscow is not a huge priority right now. I am not far away from it, and I have not breakthroughs, but I have forward progress on multiple areas heading towards Moscow. What I need to do is reduce the pockets so that I can pull the troops away from hemming them in and put them onto the front. What do I do with ducats? Ducats are used for casting votes in polls in chat when I ask for one. Like the other day when I was playing RimWorld, I put up a poll that was like, I had a bad time, and I was like, do you guys want me to save scrub or keep going? You can use them for playing sound effects. You can use them for entering raffles to get your name entered and stuff. Let's see, what should we... Yeah, these guys are really weak.
He just killed my son.
There's a sound effect, if I've ever heard one. Or start moving some troops down this way. Just want to make sure that none of these units are about to get overrun. I'm worried about this area because it's pretty weakly held. And a lot of the troops are tough. Oh, wait. What are you doing? Oh, we're about to take that province, so you can get the fuck out of there. Oh, and that is something I didn't realize, is that... Where are you going? Retreating. All those railway cannons. And thank God we got most of these divisions off the production queue. I'm never doing that again. It is not worth it. There's 2 Panzer divisions left on here. We've got more heavy AA, so those 88mm and dual-purpose anti-aircraft, anti-tank guns. There's a couple more SS suppression divisions, a lot of roads, and goddamn, finally, some of our ships might actually finish. Because right now, the Kriegsmarine is basically the remnants of the World War I German Navy at the moment, and I don't remember what these are for, but I'm sure they're for something. Armored cars and HQs. Oh, those divisions around Berlin that are, captured equipment. And ass guns are Sturmgeschütz. Bismarck by 47. Need some mouses? Is this the Vicky 2 soundtrack? Yes. And I need some mouses? No. I'm honestly not building a lot right now because of my manpower issues. I think I'll be okay though. Ooh, 14th Panzer Division. Panzer. We need Panzers down here. There we go. Pop them right into the oob like that. Panzer 3 GHs. I've had a lot of people giving me the old rub for having Panzer 3s in my army. But you gotta remember, this is 1941. That's top of the fucking line. Why no high ground sound effects? I've been adding in the sound effects slowly. I've had a lot of requests for ones, but I don't want to add them in too quickly. I want to, I just want to, do one or two, see how they fit in. Do 1 or 2, see how they fit in. I'm actually going to take some of these divisions here and move them south just to make sure that's secure. And what I really want to do is push this area. We're probably going to be okay here. They're pushing pretty heavy, but we have Really, really fine units. And these guys are pretty worn out. That attack has succeeded. Why don't we... Fuck. Yeah, let's try to see if we could just roll through here. I don't remember how worn these Soviet units are. Some of them are pretty worn out, but we're not enough. That would be whoa, yeah. Yeah, that's a little too 10 to 1, don't want that. Did I enjoy the new Star Wars movie? A little column A, a little column B. The mouse went 2 miles an hour as a top speed. Actually, the mouse's top speed was a good deal higher than that. Its top speed on like level ground on a road was like 20 kilometers per hour. It wasn't 2. It was not 2. It was slow, but it wasn't that slow. Mini pocket against the Volga. It's possible. I have taken Rzhev, which is an important railway junction. And if we attack from Rzhev into whatever the fuck this province is, we could create a small pocket. Sure, not too bad. Mouse was doomed due to the advancements of aircraft. The advancements of aircraft, the fact that there aren't bridges in Europe that can hold a 180-ton tank. They were ridiculously, the transmissions sucked, so they'd break down a lot. The snorkel system didn't work correctly. They would bog down in you know, rough terrain really, really easily. Imagine the mouse in World War I. It wouldn't have gone anywhere. It couldn't have moved across. It couldn't have moved across no man's land. Vast amounts of fuel is very true, though. That thing got like 0.8 miles per gallon or something like that. It was less than 1 mile per gallon. It was horrendous. This is the one I'm most worried about because these guys are pretty worn out. And who's... it looks like we're going to win, but the Soviets have a tendency to really throw in more, to just, you know, chain in men. We won this battle. This area needs to fall, though, because if I can take this province out, that's 1, 2, 3 provinces I can coalesce together. But the problem is I can only attack... well, let's try this out. We got tigers here. And let's give... 10th Panzer Division really needs to rest. So let's see what we can do here. We do have a lot of divisions we can attack with, so... And then we can support attack from this side. So that... We're going to heavily outnumber them on this little salient here. With a bunch of tigers. So we might... And this guy's basically dead. Well, not dead, but, you know, worn out. So we might be able to take that province. And we won there. We just gotta make sure we continue winning. Continue winning. If it had been a good idea, the superpowers would have made them after World War II. Yup. Soviets still have one? That is true. The Soviets actually have bits of both of them. They made 2. One was a working chassis with a cement turret that was just there to simulate the correct weight, and then one of them, I believe, was a working. We had a working turret and a working chassis. I think everything but the gun was good to go. I don't think they had the 128 millimeter like Pac 44 in it yet, but they blew up the one that was working. And I think they set fire to the other one, and what they ended up doing was they took the turret from the one that was finished and the chassis from the other one and put them together. There are some people who will say that, you know, it fought to defend the one that was finished fought to defend the factory against the Soviets where it was built. That's nonsense. That never happened. That absolutely never happened. Alright, so they're launching counterattacks here, which I don't have to worry about because they're they're gonna get wrecked. This one we might have to worry about because it's hitting me from like 4 directions. And the 663rd Waffen-SS division is a little beat. They have good defenses, though. Well, I don't know. We might be able to hold out for a while. Should try. Well, okay, so it looks like we're gonna try to reduce this down quick like a bunny. So you need to stay there. You can't move up because you ran out of supplies, it looks like. They ceased their attacks. We might be able to actually hit them. They might be out of juice now. They're not running out of, well, most of them retreated. That's good. We keep knocking them back. Keep knocking them back, because they're going to try to break out with everything they got. Have I taken Leningrad? Yes! Leningrad is right here. It fell with about 300,000 Soviet prisoners, I think. It was quite a few. We might need to fall back here a little bit. Make sure we're, yeah, I think we had people set up to move forward there. We don't need that. Well, we do have reinforcements coming in, so. Ah, Sochi, where those disastrous Olympics took place. And we're doing okay. Got reinforcements popping in here. Just trying to check the line, make sure everything is good. 400,000 of Leningrad, of which I got credit for 275,000. The Finns did do some work there. Huzzah! We took that province. That is a boon for me, because that is going to help reduce the line here. Sweet. Captured German It bums me out that they're using captured German weapons against me. What are they attacking me with that actually has... Oh, they're sending waves and waves of their own men directly into the enemy death cannons, clogging them with wreckage. They're launching lots of attacks. Not really getting them anywhere. Yeah, move up. We're gonna just keep squishing this down. What we need to do is make sure that these guys don't get out, though. You know what? Let's move like this guy down this way. Let's do this. Shift everybody down. All right. It's already starting to warm up in here because of my lights, so I'm gonna turn the box fan in. I got behind me. On. Turn it on. Just 1 second.